Hey guys, one guy fishing for fun here. So I went out and I was gonna go fishing today to make another fishing video for you guys. Excuse me. But the wind was so bad out there on the lake today. We actually have a big storm front moving in to here to Missouri, and it'll be here probably tomorrow and be here for 2 days. I tried fishing and just the sound quality on the video was awful, and casting, that was a pain in the butt. So instead, today I am gonna give you guys the what is in my tackle box video. Now this is strictly my bass and or crappie hybrid striper boxes. I do have a completely separate tackle for like catfishing or real deep heavy fishing for my bigger poles. But this is, like I said, just strictly bass, crappie, stripers, hybrids, that type of thing. So to start out, we will be getting into my main lure box. And you can get these tackle boxes anywhere. This one just happens to be from Bass Pro. This one's from Cabela's. I mean, you can get them at Walmart. They're real cheap. They help keep your stuff organized. Granted, most of mine isn't. I need to go through and organize that. But when you get some extra cash and you got time, if you're tired of having that messy tackle box, one of those ones that flips open like a toolbox and extends out, go get some of these. It's just so much easier. Open this bad boy up. Start things off, we have some topwater. I have this topwater frog right here. I have yet to catch anything on it. I think it might still be a little too soon for where I live to use this. But as you can tell, it's just a topwater frog. I also bought this on the Bass Pro video that I made. It's supposed to resemble a wounded fish. I'll get a close-up for you guys. But it is topwater as well. I bought it because I was like, hey, a wounded fish, that's a really good idea. But the more I look at it now, it's like, that's what the fish are going to be seeing. So I'm pretty skeptical on it, but I'll give it a shot at some point. And then I got this thing right here. I've had this thing since probably high school. This is another topwater frog, just cheaper type. I have had luck on this one before, but I very rarely use it. Continuing with the topwater trend, I've got, some buzz baits. I got, a red and black buzz bait, a white with black tailed skirt, and then this one, there's a backstory to this one. This one used to have a skirt on it, and I caught a lot of fish on this one, and skirt fell off, just wear and tear over time. So what I did was I found these yellow and red hairs to kind of go with the head of the weight here, and I tied them on with fishing string, and that's the end result. And I have caught fish with this. I couldn't tell you what this hair is though, but so yeah, a little backstory to that one. Also have a different style of buzz bait. This one has the fin right here, and it's also white with a black skirt. And then I have multiple spinners in multiple tackle boxes. This are just the two that are right here. A full black spinner with a Colorado spoon on it. This is for those days when you have really, really murky water, and rather than the slimmer profile spoon, this puts out a lot more action into the water, whereas that smaller, more narrow profile spoon is more for clear water, and it reflects more, gives that shimmer as a bait fish would. And then a black and red spinner bait with flip the skirt up here. This one has the shakers in it. Don't know if you guys can hear that. Just a little something extra, you know. You gotta try to think about what these fish have seen over the years. What can you do differently? What can you do that's new? What can you do to get their attention? And then I just recently picked up this swim bait here. I haven't even tried to use this yet because it was $30. But when you see it, I'm gonna try to get my fingers out of the way. When you see it, it looks just like a shad, and you know, it's got that shimmer to it in the sunlight. The only problem I have with it is right here. It only has one hook on it, and you know, most swim baits you see, they'll have the double hook at the end and the front. So I'm a little wary to use it just because it was so expensive, and it doesn't have that second hook placement that I like. I have loads of other swim baits here. I've got these big things. I don't know the name of this color, but that's something else I have. I've got these little white ones. They're supposed to resemble minnows or fry. They swim just about like a grub does. I've had equal luck with grub as I do with these. I got this one when I was down in Texas. I haven't had any luck with it up here. Just another type of swim bait. And then I got these things here, which you would think that the fish would just blow these up, because you see these little perch everywhere, and I've yet to catch a fish on it. Maybe I'm fishing it wrong, I don't know. But look at that, guys. That looks just like a little perch. And when this is going in the water, it swims just like a little perch as well. And like I said, maybe I'm fishing these wrong. I doubt it, but I've yet to have any luck on it. That's it for the first tackle box. Second one. This one is mainly brushy tackle. So like, I got plastics in here. I've got these weedless jig heads, excuse me. It's got the brush guard on it right there. And you know, you would put like a creature bait or a crawfish, crawdad, wherever you're from, terminology, on this, and this is something that you would use, and it sits just like that with the hook pointing up. And as you fish it, it goes like this. And that gets the end of the creature or the end of the crawfish, that gets their claws moving in the water as it goes up and down. And it's really good for largemouth and smallmouth bass. I've got these jig heads with small profile spoons on them, just to give an extra little attraction. And then the good part, you know, I got all these different types of plastic worms. I've got Yum worms, I got Gary Yamamoto worms, I've got Yum woolly bug. I haven't tried these out yet, but I mean, it could be alright. But so far this season, the most luck I have had would have to be on a wacky rig with this color right here. I'm going to get that close for you guys. I took this off a hook, which is why there's a hook hole in there. But it's dark green with black flakes on one side, and then on the other side it's blue with almost like a turquoise flake in it. And I put the turquoise part facing out away from the hook, and I've had these things nailed so hard, guys. And I just picked these up at Walmart. I've also had real good luck with this one. It's red with red flakes in it. And good rule of thumb, what I like to do is before you start casting and you put on something new, just put it in like 5 inches of water to see what it looks like. And guys, let me tell you what, when I put this one in there and the sun was shining, those red flakes were just beaming off the sunlight. So I've had pretty good luck with this. I've fished this one. Well, I fished both of those actually as a wacky rig, a Texas rig, a Carolina rig, weightless, stick bait. I mean, any way you can think it, I've tried it, and they all work. So, moving on. Put those back in there. The last tackle box for the day is my lure box. Now, as you guys can see, there's a bit of a cluster in here. Like I said, I need to go through these